And it turns blue. We're good?
Good.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. And we'll start with a roll call.
Christine here, aye, whatever.
Vicky Kirkwood here.
Jagear's here.
Hal and I.
Like it.
And Hillsman, I.
I can slide up, give you a little more room. I think it's gonna be a busy night for paperwork.
It's gonna be a busy night for paperwork. All right, cool, then we'll get right into the nonprofits. We have 3 different groups here to present, so we'll start with them so we can get them out of here. I guess Eve, since you're sitting up front,
Like to stand up?
no,
I'm fine.
we just wanna hear you.
Okay.
So Ospey Children's Fund,
Yes, I'm representing Ospey Children's Fund. I'm on the board, have been for close to 30 years. This year, and I'm a resident of Effingham, it's probably my last year as a resident of Effingham, because we're moving to Snowville. So I just wanna thank the town for all the great things this town has done over the years, and I hope it will continue. I will always have Effingham in my heart, so. Anyway, Ospey Children's Fund is over 30 years old. And our mission has been to raise money from towns, from private sector, from grants, all kinds of things, to support children in the Ospey area. So Ospey, Effingham, Madison, Freedom are the 4 primary towns that we serve. And that has increased. I mean, there are a lot of people moving into Effingham all of a sudden. We've gone in the last 4 years. 4 years ago, there were 20 kids in Effingham that received $11,500 worth of enrichment, daycare, childcare from the Ospey Children's Fund. 23 was 29 children, and we paid $12,000 for them. 24 was 45 children, and we paid $18,500 for them. And in this past year, we are serving 52 children, and it was up to $24,000 a year. I have rarely come here and asked for anything but a level fund. And when I worked for Northern Human Services, it was level funding. But this year, we're asking for more. We're asking for $4,500. I realize that's a big jump. And we've already paid $24,000. And Effingham children now represent 40% of the kids we serve. Ospey used to be 80%, and Effingham divided between Madison and Freedom was the other 20%. And now we're up to 40%. So the good news is the town is growing. A lot of families with children, and it's a rough time for families. I mean, I'm also involved in the food pantries, and the food pantry needs have skyrocketed in the last 6 months. So I know you're getting a lot of asks, and this is a big ask for us, and we hope you'll consider it. And I'm willing to answer any questions.
questions from the Budget Committee? Give us a minute, please.
No questions? I've never come and not had questions. There must be some.
Well, and
Still
Yeah, and-
And
in
and we
fairness,
have we have a lot of,
I know you do, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're all begging right now.
in
Everybody's
fairness, the
begging.
committee got this information late because we got snowed out of our last meeting, so they haven't had a chance to digest it all.
There's that,
So if you
and
could,
that's fine.
so I appreciate everybody's patience.
So the Ospey does not take any, non-salaries, right?
I'm losing my hearing.
Non-salaries,
We have no salaries, it's all volunteer, there are 5 of us on the board. And everything that we do, there's no overhead other than our mailing costs.
Mhm.
And, it's all volunteer people. Our person who does the applications is Nancy Perry in Ossipee. Janie Podson does grant writing. Our other, the treasurer is Julie Marlong. Cecily Clark, who was our founder and who has been the heart of this organization for over 30 years. And it was her instigation that started it, and it's raised over $1.5 million in 30 years for kids in this area. Sadly, she passed away about a month ago. So this is a big year for us in that way too, honoring Cecily.
So your state on your organization purpose is to provide equal access to enrichment and children's programs. Can you go a little bit more detail in that, please?
Yes, the kinds of things that we, first of all, our first mission originally was childcare, and we helped a lot of families
I
with
remember that.
childcare, rec program, just having things to do when their parents were working or they weren't in school. And it's our, the special things that we fund when families ask is dance program. A lot of children like the Tina Titzer or whatever dance company. And somebody, if a child is dying for horseback riding lessons, we'll provide funds for that. They have to apply for it, and it's means tested on the Medicaid poverty scale. So the parents have to be, they either are disabled or working. So it's for working families that aren't making enough money to give their kids the extras. The other thing that we've added in the last couple of years because of the food insecurity of our families is we give gift cards at the holidays. We give one at Christmas, we give one at Thanksgiving, we give one at Christmas, and we give one at Easter time. And it's a food card for just food from Hannaford, and Hannaford gives us a break on it. So
Right.
we've put out quite a bit of money on that in the last couple of years, and the family's really thankful. It comes at a good time for them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you a question about your balance sheet.
Oh dear.
Currently, you're 17,000 in the red.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, I don't know what, show me that. Julie's the money person. Yeah, we lost some big grants this year because the Fed shut them down basically. So some grants that we depended on, or some federal monies that we had depended on in the past were cut. So that's where that comes from.
Are there any times that you have to turn children down?
The only time we would turn children, they have to come in with, it's a means test, so they have to come in at the Medicaid poverty level, working, so working poor, that's important, or having a disability and an accounted for disability at the state level. There are occasionally kids that we've turned down, but it's things like they have one parent living in one town and another living in another, and the net income between the parents exceeds the poverty level. We have, we have great discussions in our meetings about these kids that are coming and clearly have a need of some sort, but they don't meet our criteria. And so we try to figure out ways to help them. But I can't say 100%, we haven't turned down people that had need. But we have to, in order to do it, it's the whole equity thing. We have to make sure, because so many people complain the nonprofits are providing fraudulent money to families, and you hear this all the time. And so we to meet, we have to really bend over backwards to make sure that's not happening.
Okay, thank you.
So I have a question, cause you said the requirements for the eligibility, they must qualify for free or reduced price school meals.
Yep.
They get WIC, they
They
get
can.
SNAP, right?
Well, when SNAP dollars are available, but some of these,
Which they are coming back, right?
yeah,
Yep. And what's the TANF?
TANF,
Yeah,
I'm not sure where that is right now. I mean, we're talking about
and
this
plus
year.
there are other organizations that they probably go to and get stuff from too.
Right, all of
Yeah.
the organizations, and you're gonna see it, maybe not here, but certainly I'm involved in the Church and Freedom, and we have, the expression of need through the food pantry. We just did a huge fundraiser for the food pantry, cause what the state's providing isn't enough for the food insecurities, and that's with WIC and with all the things. The people who come to the food pantries, I'm not sure. I mean, people are coming to all the food pantries, there's certain families that, and they have 4 or 5 kids and they're coming to all these food pantries, and the food pantries have their own ways of means testing eligibility, which I don't really know, but our kids it's like a family, our 52 kids that we're now serving in Effingham, we have all their information, we have their funding, insecurity, we have how much money they make, how much the net income is in the households, we have all that. And they're struggling, and I don't think there's any way that they can show, there's no way they can lie about what their situations are. That is, because we know them, we know who they are, and, it's a rough time. And I thank God for all these nonprofits for what they're doing. Cause and all the nonprofits are really struggling, because a lot of
Yeah,
federal
right.
monies were cut. So,
And we have to thank the taxpayers out too,
I understand that,
Yeah.
and I'm a person in our ethic, I want my tax dollars to go to this kind of thing. And I recognize we need infrastructure money, and it's always increasing. I mean, I live at the farm by the river, we're one of the highest taxpayers in the town of Effingham. We've never questioned our tax bill, because we believe in providing for our community. And if we do it through our taxes, we're thankful to be able to do that. I hope the next people who live at the farm by the river feel the same way, for your sake.
Wayne, any questions? You good? Thank you very much. Actually, I guess we'll just apply to all the nonprofits. What's that? Yeah, so we will obviously, discuss it afterwards, and then we'll notify the nonprofits after town meeting.
Yeah.
The amounts
So you'll notify
they're
at
approved.
town meeting, we won't.
After town meeting, we have to,
We have to vote on it.
the town's gonna be the town's still gonna vote on the operating budget, even though we come up with set
If you want
amounts.
us to speak, in the last couple of years, I haven't asked me to speak.
No, it'll get entered into the operating budget,
Okay,
but just, for point, and then I'll reach out, I guess the previous chair reached out after.
Yeah.
To let you guys know, and so I'll be reaching out after town meeting, to let you know it was approved and for how much.
yeah.
While we try to meet everybody's request, we're also have a budget
Normally you let
that,
us know if the budget committee, if the selectmen are recommending it, we usually know that before.
okay,
And so usually, like after you guys make a decision, whatever we hear. they
okay,
Voted against it, or they voted for it, or they voted to whatever,
I can do that.
so I appreciate that.
Yep, no, I can do that, it's my rookie season, so.
That's okay.
I,
That's
Dave,
okay, typically, I'd be honest, the treasurer called me today and she said, do you remember that tonight is the meeting? And normally I get an invitation and I never got one this year. I usually get and I'm not throwing you under the bus for that, I'm
No.
just thankful that she was on top of it, cause I was like,
Yeah, my understanding is that was going through the office from
Yeah.
talking to our town administrator, so
Yeah, that's okay, I'm not.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm here.
And are
I'm
you,
skin on my teeth.
are you the person I should reach out to or reach out to Julie?
Julie, I let Julie know, and, as soon as you decide, and it's
Okay.
good for us to know if it's a recommendation. If it's not a recommendation, we've never had that situation, and I'm not saying for the whole, you've always recommended something for us.
Yeah.
I know that's a possibility, but if it was recommended against, we would bring people to speak at town meeting, more than just me.
Okay,
We'd bring families and people that
okay, that's fair.
So
Then-
before you leave, then, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
So just pretty much for anybody in the nonprofits, there's gonna be basically three steps as far as I understand, which is one, this board or committee will conclude the amounts that we support. Then, very importantly, in February, early February, there's a public hearing on all of this, in which case people can come in and express support or whatever.
Exactly.
And maybe some of that can
And that's
change the
before town
numbers
meeting.
on the board, that gets, it's the last opportunity for this group
Okay.
to alter anything. And then it would go to town meeting,
Right.
where you once again have another opportunity. So those are the
Right.
three steps.
And
Once,
by then, we're gonna know, like, we have twice as many applications. I mean, our applications come in through the year. We have twice as many applications for 2026 already than what we had in 2025, just from September. So it's,
this goes to my point, is we can decide what we decide.
Yeah.
Then in February, a public hearing, and, faces to the people or those concerned or affected, sometimes can move the position.
millions,
So,
yeah.
Just saying, and that would predate town meeting, so that what's presented at town meeting would be likely reflected at that middle stage there at the
well, that
February.
date will come out. Julie will get that, so I'll know, cause I'll come, I'll speak again anytime, what?
I'm just trying to let you know when your opportunities to sway the opinions.
Yeah, so to Mike's point, I'll reach out after tonight
Yeah,
to let all the nonprofits know what the budget and select committee decided. And then if there's any roadblocks at public meeting, then I'll reach out again so you can
okay,
show up at the town meeting.
I'll be showing.
I don't
up at town
anticipate-
meeting. Never miss one.
Wow. So in the few years I've been doing this, we haven't had any roadblocks at public meeting, but there's always the outside possibility, so,
Coming to that meeting since 1964.
okay.
When I was
So-
15 years old, I came to the town meeting. All right.
Wow, well, thank you very much.
Done with me? Okay.
We're done with
Thank you
you.
guys, and thank you, as I said, thank you for all the help over many years for all the nonprofits, because I've represented several over the
Good
years.
luck to you,
Well, thank you. Thank you. I will miss you all.
Good luck in your new career.
Yeah, thank you.
So then we have Freedom Food Pantry is also here.
Yes.
If you wanna come up front, you can come up front. If you wanna talk loud from back there, that works.
Well, I can do a little bit of both. I
Um,
have some paperwork, just to give you some ideas of where we're going and what we're doing. I think she also put together a little bit for me, which was nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
The top page,
Would you-
is.
Would you mind giving Rosemary a copy if you haven't already,
She
or
already
Chris?
has it.
Chris, you good? Alright, thank you.
I'm good.
Okay, I'll give one to you anyways, just to make sure you have it. You know you're in the back corner. The first page that you put on top was last year's, the 24, just to give you an idea of what the numbers were. This year, we haven't got December totally finished yet because it's not over. We're pretty much looking like we're gonna be over the number from last year. The food right now is, like she was saying, we've done some fundraisers, more so this year than ever because, the SNAP program was shut down. The, foods coming from the food banks and USDA were cut back a little bit. The donations from the stores, which is Hannaford's and Walmart, have totally cut back. As of yesterday or Saturday, I was pretty much out of meat for this coming weekend. Thank goodness, I've got lots of people out there that have donated, or Gary here, which I will introduce shortly, has brought some tonight for me to take back to the food pantry. We did the thing over in Center Ospey today with the food bank and was able to get some meals already pre-made, so I have that for this weekend. So we're just kind of trucking along very little. I personally am not gonna ask for any extra this year. I feel that program also needs a little help. We have been very fortunate because, our program is set up that, if we needed more, I still can find a way because of, everybody's been so generous. The towns are struggling too, and I realize that, and there are more than just me out here for the food pantries. So we are just hoping that could stay the same. On the last page, I did do a November program of what we had. If you put the 3 Ossipee towns together, you'll get the amounts for that. Freedom has totally gone off the wall, with, people showing up, which is very unusual, I guess, is what I've been told, being, my first year doing this. And Effingham is pretty much where it's at. So I feel at this point, I'm grateful for what you people have done and what we've been getting, but I'm, again, not gonna ask for any extra this year, so if there's any chance we could stay the same as what we did last year, I would fully appreciate it.
That was $6,000 last year, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And if I could keep that the same, if it's possible. And I have a new, I'm gonna say sidekick. Gary is the veteran, and he is going to be joining us, at the Freedom Food Pantry. We are trying to reach out more for the veterans on top of the families with children and all that, but we've got a lot of veterans in your town especially right now is really popping up. And he is new to Freedom, has moved to Freedom, he's volunteering. And I can't be so grateful because he has more avenues that we can go look into for extra, help, so.
Hey,
Five
Gary.
minutes of time. So I'm new to the area. I've worked with other food pantries. I am a disabled veteran. I left the military a couple years ago. This is my sidekick, Huey. Huey's a legitimate service dog. I got pretty banged up in the Middle East and I couldn't walk for a couple years. And Huey does a lot for me. After I got injured, my 3 idiot sons thought it'd be a great idea to follow in Dad's footsteps. So I'm a father of 3 veterans as well. One was severely burned in Afghanistan and still with us. But helping veterans is a priority to me. It's not helping other people, it's helping my family is how I look at it. I am new to the area and I do work for a nonprofit myself. We're not asking for money, but contrary to what you may hear about veteran benefits being cut, our benefits are doubled in the last 8 months. We've recently got an increase of almost $2 million to spend in Massachusetts and New Hampshire on housing. Last week I housed, as a case manager, I housed 3 veterans here in New Hampshire. I think in the last few months, we've housed 16 veterans, and we're actually killing it. We have the funds, we just need veteran referrals. So I have had several veterans from Effingham already reach out to me, but they're hitting me up with things that I really don't have the ability to fix, property taxes, new furnace and stuff like that. But if there's any veterans here in Effingham that are behind on their rent, I have funding and a lot of it to get them caught up and even ahead. It's a very simple program, I manage it for this area, it's a little bit of paperwork and some documents and it's a wonderful program and we have money to spend and I wanna spend it all in this area. I do have a couple of my business cards.
Thank you.
And he's a good asset for us for the Freedom Food Pantry because it is going to go for Carroll County. It will be also for Effingham, Freedom and Ossipee. And we're just gonna try to open the doors a little bit more because they need the help. And if we can get them to help, it may be an opportunity for them to come back and help us. So I just wanted to introduce him to the
Thank you.
group of us.
Yeah, thank you for,
I will say,
thank
there
you
is
for
a
your
lot of-
service.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
sir. There is a lot of veterans moving to New Hampshire, a lot of younger veterans, and they're all coming here and they have no resources, no family, no friends, so we're getting them housed, and then I'm hitting up every food. I just housed a kid, a young soldier in Molten Borough, and I got him hooked up with the Molten Borough food pantry, and that's generally, once we get them housed, that's our next step, is we find the local food pantry, because a lot of these guys, this one guy just helped in Molten Borough, three combat tours in Iraq, the kid got banged up pretty good, and he shouldn't be homeless and he shouldn't be hungry.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, thank you all for your time, and again, any
Thank you.
veteran issues that come to this community, please have them call.
Excuse me. I saw you shaking your head. Did you have anything extra for Gary?
That would be a matter for non-public, but
Okay,
I was shaking my head and the chairman next to you picked up exactly what I was.
okay, I just didn't wanna skip
We
over
have a
you.
veteran in need in town.
Okay, excellent.
Call me.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And food wise,
Yeah, and
again,
if I can't help them, I probably know somebody that can help them.
so.
Excellent, thank
we're
you,
here for
thank you, Gary.
everybody, and not just, the families with children, the elderly, we're here for everyone.
Get the card.
So, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Shannon.
Did you have any questions for me?
Anybody have any?
One more for you, Hugh's got his own card.
I'm keeping that one. Did anybody have any additional questions with Vicky? Right, you're Vicky, right? I met you at a
Yes.
selectmen's meeting.
Yes, I am, Nick Diddy, yes.
Just one quick question, the number on the sheet that you sent for Effingham, is this just for the month of November? Or is
It's
that,
November,
that's just November?
that's November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On your page, on the second page on 2025, that's all of them until November,
Right.
okay?
Right.
2024 is gone, but I wanted to show the difference of the two from last year to this year.
Mhm.
And then the full page on the opposite, which is the last page, I highlighted in yellow for Effingham, but I also wanted to let you see that the other
Other
towns, that, what we're doing with them. So
Thank you very much.
I felt that that was just fair, it's not fair to just put it out for just you people. And I've done the same with the other two towns.
Okay, and would reach out to you
Yes, please.
after tonight's meeting? Okay, perfect. Any other questions? We're good. Thank you very much, both of you. Gary, thank you
Thank you
again for your
much.
service.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
You too.
You as well. And then we have 6 to 8 hours of hunger. And again, I apologize, unfortunately, we got your package late.
So I'll just walk through it quickly.
Yes,
That
please.
would be the best.
Yes, please.
So, I'm Eileen Levitt, this is Carol Simpson, and we're two of the coordinators for End 68 Hours of Hunger. We have been a, local chapter for a national organization for 13 years here in the Governor Wentworth School District. And we have, picked up Effingham School in recent years. Prior to that, the Wakefield Food Pantry took care of the needs in the school. Our mission is to feed children who have insufficient food on the weekends. And the way they are chosen across the schools is referrals by guidance counselors, nurses, and teachers. It's not necessarily free and reduced lunch. Families can hit a crisis and need support for a period of time and then step back, and that has happened in the program. We feed children in the local daycares Head Start and through grade 6. Our numbers last year were $16 per bag. We know that's low, we know the price of food has gone up, we haven't analyzed it yet. We had about 126 kids that we were serving here at Effingham School. And for the 38 weeks, it was not 126 across the school district. And for the school year, it was $76,000. 2 years ago, we started a summer program to try to reach out to children because those children that were getting free and reduced lunch and bags from us, when the summer came, were getting nothing. And we had tremendous support here from the local fire, the head of the fire department, the library, and here at the town hall. The first year, we didn't reach any children here in the summer, although we promoted it in every way we could. And a few bags went out from town hall there this year. But across the district, the first year we had 500 summer bags and it went up 200 bags across the district this summer. So we know we're reaching some families that are needy in the summer as well. If you look at our Effingham numbers at the bottom of the second page, last year the average was 19, and so what is it now?
Right now, it's 25 each week.
25?
We are asking for level funding, the same as we had last year, because we greatly appreciate your support. The program is run by approximately 45 volunteers. There is a 5% fee that now goes to an administrator. It was all volunteer years ago, but we do have someone who is, there are 47 chapters across the nation. So she sort of oversees all of the paperwork and tax paperwork. So she does that for the organization. You wanna say anything?
The food bags, for those of you who don't know, contain food for 3 dinners, 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and we include 7 snacks, which are everything from raisins, granola bars, crackers, pudding, applesauce. But there's a very healthy amount of food that can be eaten
And
whenever.
if I recall from last year, for our new members, this is all food that the kids can prepare themselves, right? They don't need a parent.
The most complicated thing is a box of macaroni and cheese, which probably need assistance, but everything else can be prepared by a child, hopefully just by using a microwave, or could be eaten cold if need be.
I'm glad you're able to reach more kids. I know that was a challenge, getting the meals where they needed to be, both through the library and the school, if I'm correct, right?
Summer's a hard thing, getting it to kids because parents can't pick it up or don't want to pick it up. It's very hard to put your finger on what the issue is.
But it's not that we didn't have a lot of support in the community, we have tremendous support for that. And we'll get better at it every year.
So how is it that you get the word out? Is that,
So at the beginning of the year, there's letters that go home that explain that there's a program, but they have to go through the guidance counselor. We actually have a social worker from the school district who kind of oversees all of it for us.
All of the schools.
So that we have a handle on what the needs truly are.
right, a vetting process, for
Right.
no better.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's by recommendation of the counselors, the nurses, the teachers, or someone in the school. Once or twice, we've had a child ask to get a bag of food, in a couple of times. But it's not, they don't have to prove anything, really. It's the people in the schools know which children are struggling. And so they are included in the count for that school, And Deb Bunting, who is the what's her title?
Social worker.
She's the social worker for the district. She coordinates with all the schools every week and sends me the numbers for every single school. That's how we get it. We don't know who the kids are. And we don't want to, or care.
It's not, yeah.
This summer, we approached things, that any child in the district that needed food, so they were in the public libraries in Wolfboro and other towns, and, up to 18 years old. If a child comes in and they need a bag of food, they could have it. So, we only extend as far as sixth grade. The middle school and high school has a program called Nights Against Hunger, which is run by the students. So they offer a food pantry to middle and high school students. And at one time, we actually worked also with Carroll County Academy, because those are students under Governor Wentworth that are coming back to get GEDs. We're not servicing them right now, but if there's a need, we would do that.
And in the summer, we extended the age because Nights Against Hunger doesn't operate in the summer. They're on the school year, because it's run by students.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Chris?
How did the drop-off site, the pickup locations here at the fire station turn out?
We didn't have anyone pick up from the fire station. We had maybe 4 or 5 pickups here at the town hall. We had no pickups at the library. And we know the need is here. We're just chipping away at it, and again, we came away last year with the support from the fire chief, because he was here, and he was wonderful. He said he would drive food to anybody that needed it. Nobody reached out to him. So, we take any
Do we know why they don't come pick up, or huh?
Two things, word of mouth and transportation. If these kids are in a position where they're relying on a bag of food to get them through, they have no way to get there. That was one of the main reasons why we wanted to do the fire station, because you have both sides of town. If they're riding a bike, they're walking or something like that, the parents are going to work, the parents or whatever, they don't have transportation to get there.
In the other towns
So the children
that we serve, it's parents who pick up the bag in the summer, not the kids, because the kids can't go to the site and carry it home. We did have some middle school kids picking up bags at the library in Ossipee, where they could walk and they live fairly close by. But we're relying on parents to pick up the bags, and that's the problem. They either don't want to or they can't get there with the transportation.
But it doesn't have to be a
Rural.
parent to get it, correct?
Correct.
Not at all.
Exactly. I mean, if you knew 5 kids, you could go get the bags and bring them to them. It's however we get the bags to these kids is what we're hoping to learn.
We used Effingham Connects and sent some posters out that way. We sent notices home, 3 times at the end of the school year, and with the children that were getting food. I think it's certainly the fact that you're so rural compared to other towns have more of an area where there are people close by. But we will continue to take anything under advisement to improve it.
Mr. Chairman, if I may just add one more stat, just for thought for the board.
Sure.
And it does all fall back to this type of activity. So yesterday, as the chairman of Effingham Connect, I delivered the presents to OCC. OCC does the Secret Santa project. They have for many, many years, over 30 years, they've done that. And since Effingham Connect has existed, we've tried to facilitate or buy by getting elves or fundraising to get the gifts. We have 123 K-6 students in Effingham Elementary. We supplied gifts for 64 kids. That's over 50% of our population in Effingham Elementary School. this year, or Saturday meeting. And they absolutely, the application problem doesn't come to us, it goes through the administration at OCC, and they vet every single one of these, applications. It's a stringent process, to the point where next year they're actually considering putting a requirement that, anybody that gets help has to, they commit to so many volunteer hours in the community. I'm not really necessarily in big favor of that. People don't really have the time to do that when they're working multiple jobs to keep the lights on anyway, so. But anyway, that's their decision, but just a stat for you to the need, is that we're talking about the same kids,
Right,
so.
thank you.
So it seems there's a distribution problem or a central location problem to distribute.
I mean, we added 2 sites this last summer, and the town hall did work. But we're open to any suggestions, and really, the fact that the fire chief was willing to deliver to any child sorts one of the issues out. We've got someone that will drive around town and deliver, but we didn't have anybody. One of the things we wrestle with is the anonymity, and in some of the other chapters, the school lunch lady runs the program, so she knows who all the kids are. And so it's not a blanket, everybody has to be anonymous, but we've worked under that. And we're really trying to see if perhaps we could identify some kids and maybe deliver food to them in the future, because we have the source now to do that.
Or if there were a site that is local to a group of kids. In Ossipee, we have a location, we have actually a place in Ossipee and a place in Tuftonboro where we can bring, last year we brought 20 bags to each week to White Mountain Estates in Ossipee, where there's a cluster of kids, and they were able to get their bag there from the one person who was willing to handle the bags. So I don't know if there's any place here that
We
is
have
similar,
One apartment complex.
that we could do, that we could get somebody who would be willing to handle the bags each week, to see that the kids get them.
The key would be finding within that particular community a person that would be willing to be the liaison with everyone else.
I think right now, the best thing to do to work is continue to educate the availability and the locations, and I think we should still continue to have the sites and try to move forward with additional sites.
I mean, I know of the program from probably a different chapter living somewhere else. And I work here very part-time, so I saw the box in the lobby every week but I would not have made the connection of what the protocol was, or if somebody was looking for it, how to direct them, or I just knew that it was there. So.
Any other questions? I thank you very much. Who should I reach out to? Should I reach out to you, Elaine, or Jan, or Carol, or
I mean, would be just fine.
reach out to you? Okay, thank you.
If I did not say thank you to you for your past outline, I certainly appreciate what
You did, thank
Doing
you.
what you do.
Your contact information's on here, on the application?
Yes, just down at the bottom of the 3rd page.
Okay,
There would be, if you email Wolfboro, Tuftonboro, Ossipee, WTOM,
okay,
and we'll get to it.
awesome. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, so we have a starting point, OSP concerned citizens and Northern Human Services still to consider, so if you guys wanna take time to look through those packets.
What about, on here, We have some Tri-County Cap, White Mountain Community Health,
They never reached out,
and Children's Unlimited.
So we're not requesting funds.
they're not requesting any funds yet.
So,
That's from last year.
Citizens, Meal on Wheels.
OCC Meals and Meals permit.
Which ones didn't reach out? Tri-County Cap
Yeah,
and who else?
the one right below it,
White Mountain,
Community Health.
and did you say Starting Point?
Yeah,
No, we
so,
have Starting Point, we don't
Starting
have
Point's, yeah.
Children's Unlimited.
so you guys should have the sample sheet I sent out with the scoring, that's got the, nonprofits we're considering on it.
Let's see which is, oh, yeah.
Yep, that's got the
Yeah,
nonprofits that we're considering this year listed on it.
Are these other agencies showing up tonight?
Not that I know of. Like I said, that was handled through the office, so I'm assuming these are the only three that were showing up tonight.
So remind me again when the deadline was for those that respond that they.
November 16th.
The only reason why I ask is I know Tri-County CAF, all their employees get furloughed because of the government shutdown, so I didn't know how much that impacted their response to this.
I don't know what to tell you, but we put it on the website months in advance with a November 16th deadline.
Yeah.
Do we have the budget sheets for this?
What's that?
You have budget sheets for this, to vote on this tonight?
Yeah, that's the, one that Caitlin handed in with,
With the budget sheets, yeah?
with Lakes Region on it.
That'll be something like this.
Oh, no, no,
You don't have that?
I never got that.
Oh,
That's why I was, well, hold on, let me get through this step first.
yeah, because we can't vote on it until we have.
Without a budget sheet, well, we have, yeah,
I have, is that what?
Is that
it
it?
says 2026, we just have to cross some of them off of it, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one that's
it's not
got
really
Lakes Region on it.
complete.
It's in your package?
It's,
This right here, is that what we're looking?
yeah, it's the last one Caitlin sent in,
The title of it is vendor payments, which is odd.
yeah,
Vendor payment, 4445.
and it shouldn't be vendor payments.
I did just add them
They're
all up.
considered vendors. They're considered vendors in the.
It's the new
Okay,
categories.
thank you, yep. Yep, I'm still doing.
Damn it, I don't see it.
Oh, it's alright, well, we got copies that we can make if we need to, Leo, it should be in there. But, let's get to the next step, you already added them up,
I got
in there, all the requests?
I
Yeah, that's maybe the
did.
Kate telling me. Look
It's,
at the
it's
package.
about the same, because of the ones that didn't submit a request, if those are zero, then
It's yours.
it's really within about $150 of last year.
Okay. Thank you. Almost starting point.
I'm just showing Caitlin that we have it.
Just watching from home?
Yeah, she's watching from home.
That
So-
was my one starting point.
Possibly concerned citizens, and it says Meals on Wheels. Is Meals on Wheels that we used to fund separately in the budget this?
So we put it all together now.
Okay.
It's all part of the,
We put it all together now, it's always been together.
Thank you.
no, it was always a separate account. We had the nonprofits and then we had a separate one for just Meals on Wheels by itself.
Uh-oh.
So last year with Dave and I, or prior to that, we just put it all together. Thank you.
You found it, but
Yeah.
I filled it in.
Okay, appreciate it. So we put it all together in one location. Follow me, Mike?
No, you're right, it comes in pretty close,
75,639.
yeah.
75,000?
No, 27,639.
Yeah, what's
Oh.
this number here?
That is
everything
all of that
That's,
stuff,
yeah, we're not, some of those
Including
aren't being included in
Park,
that.
Oh, from
Parks and
prior,
Rec.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, well,
And so I was taking Lake Host out and possibly Rec on my numbers, is that what you did to get that?
I didn't take those out. I took out the ones that didn't submit a request.
Gotcha.
so.
And I
so-
don't know why the Lake Coast one is crossed out or filled in.
So that's went from being its own separate budget item to now it's
Now it's
included
moved
in
in
this
here.
list. So the sample sheet I sent the budget committee, with the grading on it, was based on last year's approved budget amount. The budget, committee approved 27,500 for nonprofits. So I just used that as a sample, and then, based on the packets that we received, scored them using the sample data analysis for nonprofits that y'all had. So those are the numbers I came up with, what the max allocation would be based on that budget number. Lakes region would get added in. Traditionally, that's level funded at 3,000. So adding 3,000 to the 27,639 would basically just be moving from one line item to another, if that makes sense. So traditionally, we had funded Lakes Region as its own separate budget sheet at $3,000, and that's what it is again this year.
What is Lakes Region?
Lake Coast.
Oh, Province Lake Host.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, PLA.
So, I'm missing a step in your max allocation, cause they're all like, is this some kind of percentage based?
Yeah, so using the data analysis that the committee's been using the last few years. So rating them on how much they're asking for, residents served, et cetera, overhead, et cetera, this is how they scored based on my analysis in each category. So this would be their total score, so then if you divided the 137 into 2550, basically each point would be worth $200. So then this would be the max allocation, so
I
like
see.
Freedom Food Pantry is only asking for 6,000. So that wouldn't actually be what they'd get, that would just be the max.
Oh, okay,
Does that make sense?
it's an interesting methodology.
I'll go with your
I mean, I get it.
I have a digging intellect.
So am I, cause I'm looking at this going, we didn't give them that money, what is that?
No, that would be the
we gotta
max.
vote on it.
Yeah, that would be the max allocation based on last year's budget,
You
so.
took the full last year's budget amount, used the rubric to score them, and each point has a dollar value.
Yes,
So whoever gets the most points out of the possible available, no, not even the possible available points, the total points.
the total point
Achieved by everybody.
has the higher likelihood of getting what they're requesting.
So are we still working on the 1% of the total budget?
So that's my next point. So last year we did 1% over the operating budget for nonprofits. My personal recommendation is that we level fund it at 27.5. And so our total request for tonight is 27,639, so slightly over level funding, not including the 3,000 for PLA. So
So you got, what was your number again?
So based on the request we have from these nonprofits, 27,639, that's what Elena got as well, right? For total,
I got 648, okay, I'll go with yours.
okay, so that's $139 over last year,
Which is,
which is a small amount if we want to award each
What they're requesting.
organization what they're requesting this year.
And that's still
And-
fall within the 1%.
No, that's level funding from last year, so we won't have any increase.
our goal has always been try to get into 1%.
I know, but if you level funded off of next year's budget, next year's budget's gonna increase, and then you do about a percentage of the budget, well, if the budget's increasing, doesn't that 1% figure technically increase too, to cover up that $139 increase?
if we went that way. I'm just, so last year, the budget committee agreed to go 1% over whatever the operating budget was at the time we had this meeting, which came out actually under 27.5, but we ended up with 27.5 at the end of the day. My recommendation is that we just level fund for this year for nonprofits at 27. It would actually be 30,000, so 27.5, but our actual total is 27,639 based on the request we received
For 2026
for
request.
2026. So if we give everybody what they requested this year, we're gonna be $139 over last year's budget. The actual number, since PLA is getting thrown into here, would be 30,639. But that's kind of a wash, cause that would have come out of a different
I know,
budget item.
Is the same thing true, did Ospey Parks and Rec move over from a different place, is that why we're
Yes,
kind of
yes.
not talking about it at the moment?
No.
Yeah.
And we have a contractor or agreement,
Yep, that's on the list.
That's a 50K job.
Yep, no, this is just nonprofits right now that both the select board and the budget committee need to vote on.
Well, there's two items that the rec center and Province Lake, right, that are removed, or we're not gonna vote on this budget.
they're on this sheet.
Yeah, but we can do
Well, hold on a second.
I think having those on the sheet is very misleading, cause Ospey
But-
Parks and Rec.
that's what DRA is requesting.
Oh, okay, that's,
Recreation,
okay, so DRA puts them here, great. For the practice of the nonprofits in our group, I think we isolate them from what we're doing and include them after the fact.
I agree.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to, because, I mean, Province Lake hosts this, that is kind of,
I lost mine.
that's to the town's benefit in a sense.
Right,
Because
yeah.
if that invasive species gets in there, that's gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of property taxes,
Oops.
properties.
The rec center shouldn't be on it, that's what Caitlin's saying right now.
Rec center shouldn't be on this form.
Yeah,
No, cause I have it as a separate budget.
it's
I
normal
have it
to
as a
have a
separate budget sheet.
recreation
Okay,
Yep,
budget,
yep, you guys, it's already been voted on,
Correct.
and I have that, it's in your packet, what the select board voted on.
okay,
So that doesn't need to be
so
on
we'll
there.
cross that one out.
oh,
So,
I guess I'm gonna find it.
well, Lake Coast is supposed to be on there, is that what
I'm
Caitlin's
checking right
saying?
now.
Alright,
Caitlin, what about the lake hosts?
that came under a second level of conservation prior.
Right.
I
yes,
mean, it could have got moved, I don't know.
Well, this year's all changed, everything,
Yeah.
you see everything's changed. And they're still working the bugs out.
Scott, I have a question.
Mhm.
So on your sheet here, so your,
yep,
for the maximum allocation, okay, and I know that
Lake Coast
this
stays
is all
on.
under last year's, right?
Yeah,
I think we can
trim some money here.
But for
Yeah.
instance, you have OCC.
Yeah.
Maximum
Don't do the math, don't do the math.
So you're
Some sort
saying
of
you,
weird,
Yeah, well, no, okay, but. what-
based on the way I scored them, their max allocation would be half what they're requesting.
4215 would be the max, okay,
And this, that's just a guideline, but based on, yes,
they're requesting 8600,
yes, which is what we gave them last year.
we didn't give them 8600.
Give me 8,000.
We gave them 8000, which was really
Oh,
higher than what it should have been anyway, it
Right.
really should have been lower.
well, that's for the budget committee,
I know,
yeah,
the budget committee, voted on that. But I objected to that last year as well, because
right,
if you looked at all of the things that the decrease in Meals on Wheels, because that was the big issue, was the Meals on Wheels. That has since decreased, they're not serving as many people as they were.
okay,
They're serving people at the center, and they're being charged $3 or $4, whatever it is, and anybody can go. So,
that's what it says in your packet this year.
that last year,
This year it's increased.
has it increased? I didn't read through the whole package, because we didn't know all of this. I just think sometimes OCC seems to, and by last year's packet also, the information that Misty sent, a little, astronomical. And in my opinion, for instance, Freedom Pantry serves a lot more Effingham residents than Meals on Wheels and the OCC.
Right,
That's just my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
just saying.
Well, is it fact or is it opinion? Are they serving more people?
Well, it's a
or-
fact, definitely a fact, because as that was shown, but it's my opinion that we should give more to the one that serves more of the
Right.
Effingham people.
Right,
exactly.
well, yeah, and they, obviously,
Now I'm with you,
Okay,
following you.
obviously they scored the highest because, and primarily because of the number of people they serve and because they're not, they don't pay any salaries.
exactly. Because if you look at the OCC, the administrative salaries and all of that, it's,
Did we get a package for OCC
We did,
yeah, you
Yep.
can-
Well,
starting?
not to complicate it, but they're providing other services, right? They're just asking for help with the food portion, but that's an organization that's doing childcare and,
right,
right?
but there were, now, I see that you don't have as many people requesting. But there were other agencies that covered the same thing, which is
Yeah.
why
Exactly,
it was
Yeah, yeah.
split, you know, I mean, there were plenty of other agencies that were covering childcare or
Right.
housing, whichever.
So,
So it's total of 44 Effingham residents. Home delivered
Before,
claims.
so on this sheet, Rosemary, from what this, so this was the score sheet we used last year in the budget committee. And I have written down next to OCC 8,000.
That's what we gave them.
Yes,
That's what
I
we
think they
gave
asked for like 13,
them. They asked for a much larger.
and we gave,
yes.
them 8, and they're asking for 86 this year.
Right.
I mean, we can adjust this is just based on my analysis of the packets I had.
Right,
And assuming we're in, I guess, are we in agreement that we wanna try to
Wanna go
level
through,
fund nonprofits?
or do you wanna go through each one of them first?
We can go through each one, but I just wanna, know a number that we're comfortable with.
Well, just looking at the ones that we have in front of us that are truly nonprofits that have asked for money. If we exclude everybody else that didn't ask for money and subtract that from what's being requested, I come up with 25,816. Now, I don't know if that number is right, I don't have a calculator, I just threw it together.
We came up with 27,639,
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nonprofits,
yes,
okay,
Out,
6,000,
and that's hitting their request.
that's hitting their request, it comes out to 27.
Okay, then I must have missed somebody, cause I got 3,000 on the 68 hours. Freedom Food Pantry stayed at 6,000.
yeah,
Northern Human asked for 716, did I get that one
Yep.
right?
yeah,
Okay, 8,600 for OCC. 4,500 for Children's Fund. And 3,000 at Starting Point, or was there a different?
I've got
one?
4823 for starting
48.29.
point.
That's where I, okay.
so it's 27,639, I just,
yes,
Yep,
3,000 was Providence Lake, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was an additional 1,800.
so
So-
both to your question and before we pick them all apart.
okay.
And to Chris's point about Tri-County Cap, like, does anybody remember what that funded specifically? Cause it's concerning if they weren't even able to make a request.
Right, they may come back and.
I don't remember.
I mean, I know that a lot of things happen there, there's,
Yeah, but since they didn't submit a
Yeah.
request, we can't vote on it tonight. They can come back at the town meeting and put a request in,
We can still do a warrant article for them
Right.
if they,
yeah,
if they want, if they really need the money.
I'm of the firm opinion, if they miss a deadline, they miss the deadline.
Yes,
and we agreed on that.
but if they missed
Earlier
the
in-
deadline because they were like defunded and unable to work.
Well, I understand,
It's
but they
like-
have an avenue to come back and do the
Yeah.
warrant article.
Yeah,
To get the funding for a town meeting.
Okay,
and we agreed, I know you weren't here, Jim, but we did agree earlier in the budget season, when it came to nonprofits, that you know, we were gonna post it, if they wanted to come to the town for funds, they had to come to us, like, we weren't gonna go to them.
Well, it's done every year that way.
Yeah, so,
So,
okay.
My opinion on this is there's a human factor that I would never just cut it off and say, well, you missed the deadline. I struggle with that, and I get the point, though, I can see why people would want that enforced. But to that point, either side, come February, there's a public meeting, and if somebody came in and there was enough, brought to that point in time,
They can,
we could reevaluate that and add that in, and then ultimately, whether we're right, wrong, or public sentiment is upheld, town meeting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we still have time to revisit
Others
it.
doing it,
what's that?
and then you open it up to others.
Well, we're opening it up to the people that we've normally held
Yeah.
on our list.
they have to, if somebody's not on our list or not, they have to put a warrant article in.
Right, this
They can't
group,
just-
Oh, okay, all right.
this group that we typically funded, if they came through the door and said, have we got a story to tell you, this is what happened?
Right,
We don't, I'd feel
we can
like
fund these groups.
we
Yeah.
could listen.
We have other avenues
But
to pursue
anybody
if
else
that should happen.
Well, and I'm
Just
just,
like 6,800.
That makes it hard
I'm like
for us.
wanting to understand, if they don't get funded,
That's
what,
town meeting.
what is
They
not,
go in the back door.
what need
Well, I
is
think
not
it's town
being
meeting.
served?
Exactly.
Cause I look at all of
Like
these
60
as like,
Hours of Hunger was at the town meeting, they put the warrant article.
is it something, are these organizations
Yeah,
providing something that if they didn't do it, we
That's what it
might have
works.
to do it as
Up to the
a
taxpayers.
town or community in a different
All right.
sense?
And,
Not up to
Like,
us,
or what is
to a certain
the,
extent.
domino benefits of it, like, if we're not gonna provide mental health services to somebody, but if those are provided somewhere, a different problem is eliminated.
It's,
Northern
You
Human
know.
Services, provides that to the county, which is
Yeah,
on the list.
yeah, that's what I'm just saying. like,
Yeah, so
That's my kinda,
what I think is there could be a gap, and that goes uncovered. And if that even is an overlapping, there's a percentage of overlap somewhere, well, who's to say whoever's overlapping doesn't have any more resources at that point too? So I'd like to leave the door at least slightly ajar.
So, yeah, in the past, we had an issue like that, we put left 250 in there, in the budget, $250.
I
And
wouldn't,
it just opens the door, it keeps them active.
I just think if the request came back in, these names are on the list. We can vote for all the people who requested, and if it's like you said, one of these outfits that we have supported in the past, they show up by February, we should take a moment to listen and see if.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, prior,
Okay.
prior to public meeting, we can go back and revisit this. After public meeting, then it would have to go to a warrant article.
Right,
Yeah, but we can leave this open with $250, if you wanna use that, just a sum.
oh, I don't even know that we need to open it, I just think we vote for funding the ones that we have in front of
Okay.
us. That way,
Okay.
we haven't made a decision on, it's zero at the moment, we can just leave it.
This is all part of the selecting.
Yeah, the selectmen also have to vote on this
Oh, yeah.
too, but.
Yeah, we have to vote on it first, but they can make their comments also.
Yeah.
But just, as far as the budget committee, I just wanna get clarity, are we good basically level funding this from last year? If we agree to give everybody what they asked for, then we're looking at 27,639,
And if it's level fund, what is it?
27,500.
I will do the 26 requests.
Yeah. I
You would do the
I
what?
would,
The 2026 requests.
Yeah, so that's 27,639.
I'd fund everybody's request in full because it's basically a wash.
Yeah.
A few bucks.
Selectmen agree?
Yeah, for the 27?
27,639.
27,639.
Yep, so,
does that take, Scott, does that take into consideration that OCC asked for 8,600 this year?
it does.
yes,
Yes,
yep, that would give them
Just
what,
making
what they're asking for this year.
Cause
Right.
if it's level funded, last year they asked for 8,000, they asked for 13,000, they got 8.
Yeah, by level funded, I just mean what the budget committee voted for total nonprofits last year was
Right, which
27,500.
means that- Cause I think other people, but
Well-
that's based on only the people that asked.
Yeah, we're just
Yes.
lucking out that it's the same number.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
that it came in close to the same. So this would all fall under 4445-01.
yes,
And
Right
that
at the top.
additional $139 seems reasonable.
Yeah, yep, so then again, alright, so we're in agreement, we're good with the 27,639.
correct.
Okay, and then we gotta throw 3,000 on top of that because PLA is now part of this.
Correct.
So that's gonna get us to 30,639.
Correct.
And that 3,000 for PLA is basically just level funded from a different line item from last year, so it's not really having any impact.
Was that under conservation before?
It was, there was two levels of conservation.
Okay.
Yeah, they request a check at, usually at the end of the summer.
Okay. Any other, before the selectmen bring this up?
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So this is,
I got it,
okay,
I got the sheet right here.
do your thing.
You guys good?
Do you want me to make a copy?
Make a motion to,
Right on it.
to accept, 4445-01 vendor payments, nonprofits, in the amount of $30,639.
This is for the select
For the
board.
selectmen, he gets me with that every time,
I'll second.
paying attention.
Discussions,
Yes,
okay, go.
cause I had my hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, cause Glenn asked a question, so Tri-County Cap does the home insulation, they have a word for it.
Weatherization?
The weatherization program, they have adult education, that got absolutely torn apart, underneath the new administration, right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't wanna get into that political, conversation right now. Obviously, they do the low-cost dental care,
Yes.
which I do know that a lot of our residents in Effingham utilize, mostly senior citizens. But they do use that a lot. And that's what they do, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention, yes, they had all summer to do this, but these people were watching the clock, just
Yeah.
like we all were, to the government shutdown, which started in the middle of the summer. And they knew what the ramifications were going to be if the government shut down, that they were gonna be furloughed. So I'm sorry that they weren't focused on asking the town of Effingham for a couple of $1,000. They're wondering how they're gonna keep their lights on.
Is that also where people apply for like LIHEAP and?
Yep. The brick building on Route 16 in
Yeah.
Chippewa.
Yeah,
So, come back to your, they have a chance to, somebody can, contact them prior to public meeting for the budgets and, ask if they wanna,
I was just answering questions, making a comment, that's all.
okay, so we
Yeah,
can
no, thank
submit,
you.
if you wanna reach out to Tri-County again, or,
Yeah, I can reach out to him.
okay? So the motion's on the floor, seconds
Oh.
there, all in favor? Or additional discussions?
Who's in there?
Give me another year.
Aye.
Aye.
Alright, I just wanna double check this one more time. Before I bring it to a vote,
You want the sheet?
I'm gonna have you sign this one.
Alright.
I'm gonna be missing something, cause
So
it's 616.
Yes.
So even if they do come back with a, Tri-County comes in, we're still below the 1%.
Actually, well, yeah, but
2026.
but we want to try to level fund.
Right.
So then we can make adjustments if needed.
Yeah.
Mike,
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
I was.
did you get your math right?
No, I didn't get the 639 part, I didn't get that 39, that's okay.
Right, what am I doing now?
The only thing I saw was the 16.
Yep, the 39 is from the 4823 plus the 716.
4823.
Yep, 4823 for starting point.
I misheard that,
Okay.
4820.
that's what the 23 is.
And you have to,
And that's
and
your
you
total,
have 27,
that would be
16
30,000, because you gotta add the 3,000
for,
this one, Province Lake Coast.
all right,
Yeah, so PLA is moved now from its own budget item to vendors under the new accounting.
okay,
Yeah, it's a,
alright, yeah, alright,
okay,
yep,
Right,
you just
so-
cross out,
27
Parks and
plus-
Rec,
I did, yeah, alright, so the Lake Coast is going in,
correct. Yeah, even though it looks crossed out there, it's not supposed to be. right?
Yep, 1 second. Alright, so I make a motion to approve 45-01 vendor payments for a total of $30,639.
No, but microphone.
Is that a second?
Yeah, you remember what they told me?
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry, I heard yeah, not second, so.
yeah,
So Vicky second,
yeah.
any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Just Elena based on the last,
Yeah.
we'll amend that, I don't know, and I did this last time, I'm not sure how that got misunderstood.
I don't know, I think Heidi's mad at me or something.
Alright, cool. Would you just initial that for me, please, Mr. Chairman? Thank you. Alright. That is hopefully the hard part of the night. So now on to the list. Alright, so we've got 4130-01 executive for 108,364.74 is what the select board approved. I do have a cheat sheet here from our administrator if there's any questions. So if you guys need a minute to look through that. And
Well, the only
hopefully-
thing she stated was in the past, we used to have a computer in there, and that's been moved to 4150-02.
Can you tell us about the contracted services line?
Yeah, so that was increased at town meeting last year, and she felt that we could bring it back to the traditional 10,000.
That was because with the building committee,
Oh,
there was a motion made on the floor in town meeting too.
oh, okay,
You missed that one?
Were you there at that meeting?
part of it. Does
Part of
it
it.
count if you're not there for the whole time?
So, this year, is this budget not the one that was handed out tonight with the new software? It looks like there's some problems there, so the one that was handed out at our last meeting.
Oh, don't go to budget actual.
Well, it's the budget to actual from before this one that was handed out tonight.
Oh.
It looks like there was just over $1,100 in contracted services for this year, is that accurate?
Oh, yeah.
We have more invoices that haven't gone to that yet. On the contracted services. what do you-
Yeah, we got additional, more invoices come, yeah, you're looking at 22,750 versus 1,448. Is that what you got?
I'm,
It's on the first page,
yeah, I'm looking at the first page.
first line item.
First line item on this one is computer, which has been moved, so contracted services.
You got computer?
Well, this is the one from the last meeting. You weren't here, it was last Friday. So, it was sent to you.
He's got you there.
Here,
Yeah,
here, throw that one away.
No, he's got a
I've
new
got
one.
one here
He's
that
got
has
the
the
broken
police
one.
chief paid over $120,000.
I know, that's an issue,
So
yeah.
I'm really
We'll,
not
we'll talk,
excited.
we'll talk about that at the end of the,
So
at
is
the
this
end of
the
the
same as
meeting.
that broken one he's got?
Nah, this
No,
is the update.
my-
That's today's,
Here's the
every-
one I thought
That's
I had
today's.
the second one.
This is today's with the corrections?
no, well, not,
Here's the one I'm
The,
looking
that one
at.
there was hot off the presses yesterday, Mike.
This one?
No, the one that he has in his hands right now.
you
Okay,
can have that
What
one.
are we looking at?
this is,
He's talking about the budget to actual.
this is the one, this.
1215, bottom of the
Last week, this one might be a little.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, and I.
Well, we're
follow
discussing
what you're saying. I'm just
4130-01,
trying
Vicky.
See if
I'm trying to
it was
figure out the-
recorded on that one.
We got some,
So,
Real quick, please don't say anything else, cause it's getting really, okay, so we look at the bottom page, December 16th.
right,
It says November, what's that say on the bottom?
November 26th.
yeah, you got,
This says the 16th, this is way behind.
December,
December 15th, or,
that's current.
Does it say November? Okay,
That's November,
here, this is not this.
right. I don't know.
Go
So
for the
one,
December, you gotta go
This
December
is
15th.
more updated than these two that you have in your hand.
Right, so I've got on the 15th, 1,400, call it $1,500. Still is 22,000, almost $23,000 budgeted, so,
No, we don't have all the contracted services in.
okay, so
Closing
there
for the
are
end season.
definitely some bigger ticket items still coming in. Okay.
But again,
There
the
was some
town,
in the manifest today, I think, so.
yeah, but the town administrator feels that we can go back to 10,000 for that line item.
Correct.
For 2026, which is what she budgeted. Overall, I think, overall, the budget was.
We dropped to
About,
10,000 from
about,
last
about
year.
9,000 from 2025, reduction, yep,
10,000,
10,000,
like my number.
okay. I'm guesstimating,
Office supplies, everything, we lumped that all in one place.
Seems like there's other stuff coming off this, or is there's other layers now, right?
we've got other budget sheets to go through, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, well, it looks like the executive has been streamlined, there's not as many categories.
With the new DRA, yeah.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, everything's been changed.
Okay, I'm trying to keep up.
Okay,
Yeah, it's moving to, if you look, some of these will have -02, -03. So it's broken down quite a bit more.
Yeah. So computer came out, finance software came out.
so on one of the spreadsheets I've been sending the budget committee, as we go through these, and the new line items come up, I've been breaking it out on the spreadsheet. So if you look like there's no data for 2024, 2025, that's because that line item's been broken out now.
So support staff didn't exist in 24. It's here now.
I believe that's correct, going by memory. That was, yep, adding part-time support staff.
Okay.
That would be Heidi.
Try not to use names.
Yeah, we talked about positions, not people.
Alright, support staff. Let's, oh, we got 6. Nothing negative.
No?
Any other questions about this before we make a motion?
None.
No, that looks pretty simple.
Okay, then, make a motion to approve 4130-01 executive for 108,364.74.
I'll second.
We just,
I didn't see the 74 cents.
you didn't see the 74 cents?
Jesus.
You
Should
signed
we
off,
round
you
up?
signed off on it.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Any further discussion?
We actually made a motion to round that up, if you remember right.
We did, didn't
It
it?
recorded that way.
This is what we're going with, 74 cents.
Not recognized by DRA.
I know.
They don't,
Don't recognize sense.
No,
oh,
Can
I wasn't
amend your
told that.
motion
you could.
You may amend,
to $108,365 even?
I agree.
65,
alright, motion has been amended to 365.
I'll second that one too.
And Jim seconds that one. Alright, so again, 4130-01, I didn't know that, Chris, that tidbit never made it my way. So thank you,
You've been educated.
I've been educated for 108,365.
Now you guys can blame us for
360,
going over.
365, and that was seconded by Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
aye,
Any opposed? And the motion passes. Sorry, I'm looking for my agenda now. So I don't miss anything. Oops. Alright, so this is an oldie but a goodie. For the third time, town clerk has been amended. The increase was to election expenses from 2,900 to 42, making the new total 62,256.
What was the reason for that? She said. No, hold on.
Yes, Chris?
We have to vote on this one too,
No, you already voted on it and signed off on it.
on the new election, cause the last one that we voted on and signed on was for the increase in salaries because of the new deputy town clerk tax collector.
Yes, and then it came back again.
We did not vote on that one, to my knowledge.
Okay. No, I appreciate that.
Sorry.
No, so obviously.
First I'm hearing of this one.
No, so obviously I take the sheets from the selectmen's meeting, that Leo's initials, and then I forward
Yeah,
them
but
onto
there's
the
a lot
budget,
of
onto the
chicken
budget
scratching
committee.
down here.
Well, there is.
Was that, with like software for the,
Yeah, it was something to do with,
for the
the state
machines?
requiring,
Just state required for local elections that we have, I think it was the accessibility. They're picking up the tab for federal and for state, but for town, we have to pick up the tab, and that was the increase, if I
Caitlin,
recall.
Caitlin just said that we approved it 11/25.
For the, it's for the software for underneath the new election machine.
Right.
Sorry,
They have to,
thank
The
you.
new election machine, that we did vote on, yes.
Okay, sorry.
yeah,
All I know is I
They have
have
to-
a sheet signed by your chairman that says this is the amount.
they had to reprogram every time for a new election, couple
Yes, the
times.
election machine,
Right.
yes,
Ballot
Thank
count.
you.
yeah.
Always one in the crowd.
Well, I didn't wanna,
No,
steer you guys in the wrong.
no, that's perfect, sir.
I think there's enough confusion to go around for all of us tonight.
Alright, so here's
I try my best.
here's Caitlin's response. The increase is due to the state law accessibility, the
I was right.
accessible voting machines town has to pay for at town elections and school elections.
So I was right. Mostly.
So it's like a $1,300 increase to the election expenses.
Yes.
Line.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let me just, I got that. So I make a motion that we approve again 4140-01 town clerk as amended for 62,256.
I'll second it.
Second by Vicky. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Alright,
Now, can we restrict reconsideration?
yeah. I don't know about your prior term on the budget committee, but in the 3 years I've been doing this is the first time this has happened.
You gonna start that?
Well, one positive thing, at least,
It's a lot of old
she's
people.
staying on top of it to ensure she has
Well,
an accurate budget for next year.
She is staying on top of her budget, which is wonderful. Alright, so next on the list is 4150-01 financial administration. The budget request, it should be the next one in your pile, they were all in order.
4150-01,
4150-01,
Supervisor's checklist,
no, 4150-01 financial administration.
financial.
you're looking at the B to A, Vicky? I think you're looking at the B to A. Or is that the whole stack of clipped sheets I gave you? But I can make another
Is that
copy
here?
if you need it.
Salary, whatever. No, that's,
That's the right one.
this is the right one.
I just got it.
Yep.
And this was basically level funded, except for getting rid of the change.
It's 2 cents.
Level funded.
No, I take that back, I was looking at the request than what was approved. It went up,
The auditor,
just, yep, went up slightly.
Slightly. Wait a second.
Slight 50.
So,
3,000,
well, maybe, am I looking at the right sheet, cause I've got.
4150-01, financial administration top.
Yeah, so 4250, $4,250 increase on the auditor, is that what I'm looking at?
Correct.
You,
Okay, what's going on there then?
We changing auditors?
Chris, would you like to address
are
that?
you looking underneath the expenditures, what we spent?
I'm looking at 25 budget to 26 budget request. So that last year's budget to this year's requested budget, 4250 increase.
It went from 11,750 to 16,000.
Yeah, so we put out an RFP for a new auditor, nobody responded. So we solicited auditors. Cause that was our next step according to DRA, and our current auditing firm agreed to a 1-year contract for 2026.
And a big jump in price. Ouch.
They don't want to work for us anymore?
So,
I don't think they
may I,
might be
Mr.
going
Chairman, answer that question directly?
Please,
So while I was at the NHMA conference, just so everybody doesn't think it's an Effingham problem, it's a state of New Hampshire problem, it's every municipality. The auditing firms and these CPAs are so busy that they don't even pay attention to these RFPs. So what they do is they say, call us, and it is actually changing the dynamics of a lot of these towns. And they're writing warrant articles to not necessarily rescind, but to tighten up their procurement policies. So you don't have that same conditions
Oh.
like we do,
Yeah.
about the 3
Not going to.
competitive bids and that sort of thing. Because the companies are just so busy, budgets are so high that they don't have to seek it out. They just,
Yeah.
they're seeked out, you know, they're requested to do the work as opposed to looking for the work. And consequently, they don't have time to look at RFPs to bid on them. So,
What Chris is trying to say is there's more demand than there is supply.
So this is the, from Caitlin's standpoint, this is the quote from Robert and Green, 16K.
yep,
How about on the budget to actual, the finance salary is well over budget.
It was the second.
Yeah, but where's this on this, we're looking at the financial administration.
this is.
Yes.
Oh, the salary,
Salary for the finance administrator.
First page?
Yeah. The end of the executive is where it was. I'm just I mean, it's probably not relevant, but it just jumped out to me.
So, the financial administrator.
oh,
I'm not even sure what that is.
that's Michelle.
Okay, so that used to be a data entry clerk position.
Right, and then Michelle was hired back 4 years ago, 5 years ago, right?
Audrey hired her.
Who?
Audrey?
Yeah,
Okay, so is this like, some account, is she an accountant or what's,
oh, we're not gonna get into that personnel.
no, okay, so is this position being filled with, I guess is this some kind of a professional level qualifications
finance
required? Finance administration.
That's it, that's all I could say is finance administration, I can't get into the details as far as
Okay,
her
we have a
qualification.
job description available.
Yes, we do,
Okay, I think I'm gonna like to see that,
okay.
alright.
That's a issue. Yeah, she mentioned it today that she's gotta fix it. It says, you're gonna notice my salary is way over. So,
I paid myself too much.
yeah, so,
There was some,
I got an answer.
there was some migration problems to QuickBooks Online. A lot of the salary data got corrupted, jacked up. Some people are showing way more, other people are showing way less.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
So the QuickBooks issue, the software just changed, it's like, there's 3 salaries that's been affected by that. None are over budget as far as final budget. And it's being worked on, they're working on to correct that issue.
So now, different question on the software, is that the new QuickBooks, is that what that software is?
Yes, what's it called, Quick?
QuickBooks Online,
QuickBooks Online, yep.
which was the only option,
Right,
right?
yeah, the other one was obsolete, or they weren't supporting it anymore. You good?
Yeah,
Your question satisfied, Mike?
no. No, I don't think so, but I'm gonna,
Okay, then
done for tonight.
okay, then I'll make a motion to approve 4150-01 financial administration for 58,788.
Second.
Any further discussion?
For how much again?
58,788.
58,788, okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay,
Mike, you're opposed?
I am, sir.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so next on the list, we have 4155-01 Personnel Administration.
Which I believe, to Mike's question, these things are a lot of what the finance administrator does. A
Yeah,
lot of
so,
those HR type.
yep, so she, yep, so, I guess to Mike's earlier description, data entry, so she enters invoices, takes care of payroll, et cetera.
On this sheet that Caitlin provided, it gives you all breakdown, all the cost increases for your insurances and all that stuff.
Okay, yep,
For, FICA, that was $57,852 for the 2026. At 7.65% of the total salaries.
and on your, yeah, you should have an attachment from Primex, but to Leo's point, we had a 17% increase. A lot of that was just, price increases. And I believe one of that was because we added a third family plan, 2 family plans. I thought we had 2 last year,
One last year,
1 last year,
2 this year, 1
Okay.
December of last year, 2 this year.
so we have, based on what our administrator,
two
town
merged.
administrator said, we have 3 family, 1 2-person, 1 single that we're covering. But there was also some significant rate increases.
Yeah, well, yeah, look at the health insurance from the government working on it.
Yeah, well,
The shutdown.
Well,
don't even get me started.
I thought we fared well compared to other municipalities as far as.
Oh, I
the
agree.
Increase on our health insurance.
I agree.
Alright, I'm gonna make a motion, to approve 4155-01 Personnel Administration for 340,289.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Thought maybe I didn't speak loud enough. Discussion?
Just make a point too, you look at from 2024 to 2025. That's a $35,000, almost $36,000 increase that year. So,
Almost $100,000 in 2 years.
yeah. That's it, just wanna make a point. Also,
Any,
Just out of curiosity, years ago, about 10 years ago, health insurance was put at 10% the employee had to pay. Is that still what's going on? That's it.
alright then, So again, we got 4155-01 personal administration for 340-289. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Not opposed, I'm with you.
Wasn't sure how to read that one.
Neither was I, 340 was a tough pill, it took a minute to get it out.
Well,
I understand it.
you're correct. Alright. Next on the list is 4194-02 building maintenance.
I think we skipped 49,
01.
40, yeah, 01. Oh, I meant, oh, yeah,
Oh, that one came in late.
yeah,
Alright, well,
I mean, it wasn't in there.
yep, I have it written down though.
Government
That's-
buildings.
Yeah, government buildings.
So I got
Yeah.
copies here.
Oh,
Well, let me. Do you wanna just finish this one and then we can move on to that one?
What do you mean, the old one? Well, you're gonna have to do this, the first one, and I mean, you're gonna have to add it in here,
Yeah, I have it written down right here.
so, right here, where it goes.
Okay.
49.
Yeah, I got you, alright,
Got me?
I got you.
Alright.
Alright, I stand corrected. We're gonna review 4194-01 government buildings as soon as we get the paperwork.
Yes.
We have paperwork.
You have the paperwork?
I had one
it's under
stapled.
the Primex thing.
Oh, that's why.
Where it is?
Thank you, good
Somebody
catch.
double overstated.
I will talk to my assistant
Oh,
about that.
wow. Here I am looking everywhere for this damn thing.
Right?
Prior to the meeting.
Nope, and I couldn't understand how I missed it.
Good.
What's that?
Thank her for June.
Oh, thank you. Alright, we have that one. If my assistant's listening,
Would that be your,
my assistant, yes.
okay,
Um,
no personnel
she,
names?
should be in suite and collated everything for me.
No, deduct
So
your
the
pay.
total is 11,000. So the request was 5,500, but we didn't have a landscaping number. BOS added 5,500 in for landscaping, bringing it to an even 11,000.
Yeah, we just got the bill for the landscaping.
Alright, so then I'll make a motion to approve 4194-01 government buildings for 11,000.
I'll second it.
Jim's gonna second it, discussion? I got one,
Is that a late second?
no, that wasn't a late second, that was just Are we all good?
Good.
Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Alright. Now we're gonna go to 4194-02 building maintenance. For a request of $20,000. Which is 10,000 less than 2025's request.
So what's included in that now, cause things have changed so much here.
Will, you wanna field that one?
I'm working on it. It's been 2 weeks since I did this.
So there's a separate now for propane and electricity.
Well, you know, we took out some categories, yeah, You got the O3, which has the propane, the heating systems,
Yeah, that's all broken down now.
yeah,
Will be.
then, O4 has the electrical standpoint.
Actually, those are coming up, propane, electrical, telephone and internet.
Yeah, and then, yeah, O5 is the, so it's all been broken out.
Right, so, I see that there's electric and propane and such, so what is the actual maintenance now? Cause what was
Well, maintenance-
maintenance before that equates to this maintenance category?
Could be anything, new doors,
Okay,
stuff like that, like we put on Station 1,
okay.
paint jobs, whatever, you name it.
There was an electrician here today.
Yeah. Yeah, today, yeah, they fixed all the fans in the bathroom, Jeremy. What else they do, Chris?
We're now to code, switch.
We're up to code now?
Yeah, cause we weren't at code, we haven't been in code for years in this building. Cause the fans were supposed to be, come on with the light in the bathrooms.
That's
So
not-
we have water filtration. I put that on silent. I don't know why that's doing that.
So did Leo.
Well, I got Caitlin.
I know.
At least it's nice income.
Sorry. I had that on silent. Well, what happened?
I think the audience out in the YouTube are enjoying it.
Right? Alright, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve 4194-02 building maintenance for 20,000.
Second.
Second by Mike. Any further discussion? Jim, did the fan come on when you turned the lights on?
What the who?
Doesn't seem very efficient to me, but. Alright, with no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Alright. One second. I got lost. Alright, next on the list is 4134-03 propane and propane accessories.
41, what?
4194.
4194-03.
Okay.
The request is for 18,000. BOS approved 16,000. I don't remember why they reduced it.
Because the, look at the budget to actual, we didn't use as much.
Okay. Alright, so now I'll make a motion to approve 4194-03 propane for 16,000.
I'll second.
Mike beat you to it. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
You can do the next one.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotta be ready to hit that red button. Holy smokes. Alright, next we got 4194-04 electricity. 2026 request was 12,000, BOS approved 15.
Again, look at the budget to actual.
Yeah, we used almost, 14,772 already.
Does that include paying for streetlights we owned for a few months?
Yeah. Got a BB gun?
I know. When I was a little kid.
What do you mean we owned for a few months?
Keep them on top.
No, I don't
Oh.
imagine any of that behavior of a young lad.
Well, hopefully we've recapped
I
that.
can't say that.
I wasn't saying I
We'll see
did
what
it, it
happens
just
next.
mysteriously,
That was supposed to be part of the deal.
Hypothetically.
There's no video, it didn't happen.
There was a lot less streetlights when I was a kid, even though they seemed to be on the pole.
Alright, I'll make a motion to approve 4194-04 electricity for 15,000.
Second.
Second by Mike. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Whoops, he's not here. Any opposed? Alright. Motion passes. Next we got 4194-05 telephone/internet. The request is for $8,520, BOS approved $8,520.
So are we going with the 8,500 even, is that the?
No,
85,
hold on a minute. Caitlin said she had to increase that to 10,500.
What?
what?
Well, we're way over budget right now.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Which one?
So telephone starts on page 4,
Okay,
and then
so
10 to 88.
we have to, we're gonna have to increase it to 10,500 due to, she didn't include the transfer station and the police fax. Phone
The
systems.
police, what?
Fax. They need a fax.
At the transfer station?
Police.
You say transfer station first.
Transfer station, they have phones.
Police fax.
Yeah,
Okay, we installed so that the
Yeah.
emergency and stuff, they can,
Right.
they have access, they have
Yeah.
internet access and all that. Also, the police department has a fax machine. They need a fax machine. State regulated, not our
Okay.
choice.
Those items were accidentally excluded from the original budget request, so it's
Okay.
being amended
thank you.
from what the BOS approved.
I mean, a fax machine is just a machine.
They must have, well, they probably have their own line.
Separate phone line,
Oh,
It goes,
dedicated old world copper,
Yeah,
right?
and that's also for the police department, so.
so then,
We have to-
let the select board do their thing first.
Any discussion between you guys? Any? Make a motion to approve 4194-05 telephone internet for a 2026 request of 10,500.
Second.
Discussions? None. So you're
Not
up.
to say, no more than to say, if anybody that was at the selectmen's meeting last week, we did broker a deal because Fidium and Consolidated are now one company officially, and we are negotiating our
Transferring.
final thing of negotiating the contract, which would extremely reduced rate, so we're seeing this, no, it's not gonna be over budget, it's gonna be hopefully way under budget too.
But in the meantime, so, all in favor?
Aye. No?
You're just practicing?
Yep, I'm getting ready for the next one.
Alright, so then,
Not the only one who fell for it. It's nice to
Truth.
have company.
alright, so I make a motion to approve 4194-05 telephone/internet for $10,500.
Second.
Second by Jim. Any further discussion?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thought you guys were gonna oppose.
Alright, I'm getting closer. We got 4196-01 insurance not otherwise allocated. So you can see that this includes workman's comp and
It's on the back, the Primex.
unemployment and, yep, and the
Actually,
Primex status on there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, it used to be included with workers' comp and unemployment? And now it's not?
On that previous vote.
Okay, I thought he was saying the opposite.
I was just reading the little note in there.
So the value of the property we're insuring has gone down and the cost has gone up.
Life in America.
Should be the opposite, well, not necessarily the opposite, but our assessments all went up on all the town buildings, the properties.
Yeah, this shows, what is that? $8,000 decrease from 25 to 26 property values. Like $4.6 million.
Decrease. 0.02, is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
Depreciation?
$4 million.
No, it's 4,666,000, well,
Is the overall,
well, it's 4,672,158 for 2025 property values, and 2026 is 4,664,000. Yeah, so it's 8 million reduction. That's what it's showing. That's property values total,
8 million,
8,000.
8,000. 8,000, sorry.
8,274.
Sorry, 8,000. Getting late.
But it is up 24% from
We had no choice in
the
this one.
prior, right? So I make a motion to approve 4196-01 insurance not otherwise allocated.
I'll second.
A second by Leo, further discussion,
you didn't say how much,
I'm sorry?
you didn't say how much.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you, for 34,765, thank you. Any further discussion? Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now we got 4312-01 highways and streets. The requested amount was 564,000. Board of Selectmen approved 557,670, reducing the winter contract amount.
Reason,
The 2 months versus, wasn't that the reason? Yep, 2 months,
So the contract.
Go ahead.
The 3-year contract expires in April of 2026.
right,
So we start a new contract the fall of 2026 with a new rate. And so you run into this thing every 3 years where if you don't make up that first 2 payments in that budget cycle, you have this shortfall. We run into this, you hear it time and time again. So in order to prevent that, we put out the RP now for the winter roads contract for the next 3-year cycle. So we'd have that number for that increase, whatever that may be for November and December of 2026.
thank you.
Thank you.
So, just looking at the money we didn't spend this year in 2 categories, which kind of go hand in hand. And that's the road contractor at 100,000 and the materials for the summer that goes with it for 60,000. I'd like to throw out that we could probably cut $20,000 off the road contractor and $10,000 off the materials that go along with it to try and offset some of our increases, because it wasn't used.
Where's,
You guys may have a whole different thing going on that I'm not aware of, but that's what I would like to propose.
where's the road agent coming out of?
That has its own line item.
Not the
Yeah.
road agent, though.
So for years, the road contractor was 120. So we took and made contractor, some road contractor 100. And we took the 20,000 for road agent. So Mike, did you just say that we didn't spend $100,000 on some road contractor?
Yeah,
Well, on the Southern Road contractor, yeah,
We only budgeted $100,000, so we've spent more than, we've spent it.
really, it's not what I'm showing.
Well, we spent 63,000, what we have in a budget, but I'm not sure what the minute, all the bills came in.
Right, we still get bills, so so we spent 63,000 of the 100,000.
right.
Okay,
We're all, I mean, we also went over on other things, so.
but we got 2 weeks left to the year.
So we historically have to ask for, and we've asked again, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, they're busy, whatever, so that's not meant, but we do have to ask for the invoices, say, can we get the most recent invoices? So we still have invoices coming in for that, so we have all of this fall's, material, gravel material. There was gravel that was put on Pine River Road that we still gotta get invoices for. The brush cutting, grading, all the final fall gradings that, Kevin was trying to get after, so,
All that stuff is still outstanding?
yes.
Okay,
We still
well,
haven't,
like I said-
the last, I'm gonna say that, so we get like quarterly bills
Okay.
from Braun and those guys. So the last one was the summer months, we haven't gotten,
Caitlin said we just got all the bills, so it's not in here yet in their budget actual, but she didn't say what much, but
okay.
she's got the bills.
No, we're at,
So, two things then. One, like I said, I didn't know if there was more going on. And then my second thing is, I wouldn't mind postponing this till we see what it is, to see if we can have some cost savings, because this is the category where we could potentially see $10,000 or $20,000 in savings. And if we're willing to fight over some small change, I'd wait 2 weeks to finalize things, if that's gonna be accurate.
oh,
Well, it depends also what the plans for the work for the coming year are, right? I mean, that could change.
Well, these categories are pretty much just dealing with the rudimentary basic upkeep that's been going on year after year after year, so we kind
For
of
the
have
road contractor line though, I mean, if we've got a line for crack sealing, that's not in the contractor line. If we've got a line for
Well,
materials,
the crack ceiling
for
is,
calcium chloride, like,
those are separate,
Yeah,
the
those are
contractor is a separate
Is
item
that
for the
labor?
labor, yes,
$100,000 in labor.
correct.
Wow,
And then there's materials,
there's materials involved in that, that's,
well, $60,000 is material, $100,000 is labor, they go hand in hand, that's
I mean,
my
we
point.
don't do the same exact thing every year necessarily, right? You might cycle through some different things.
I mean, we're at 93% of the budget, 94% of the budget spent right now with outstanding invoices coming in. That would probably eat up most of that 37,000.
sure will.
I mean,
And the select board's already reduced the budget request.
Yeah, yes.
Well, where did they reduce it?
on the winter
It's
contract.
in other categories.
Under winter contracts, Mike.
Well, it has winter contracts listed here, and winter materials, but that one contract is,
And
those two things are almost like they're a separate contract, they overlap over the end of the year. Your salt and sand that you buy this year, the end of this year goes into next year, but then you're spending at the tail end of the season like we are now, it's kind of on a whole different schedule.
But, and, I'm gonna make my comment on that too, for the 100,000, I mean, a couple years ago, we had the floods,
Yep,
we blew the budget.
yep,
I mean, we were scratching, we had to cut back and everything else, but in all the towns, so we wouldn't be over our.
We took $40,000 from the part-time fire department guys.
Right.
And the fire chief scrapped the daytime coverage of one guy, and we took $40,000 from their budget. so we didn't overspend the budget.
So if we have an emergency here, we have a,
But you do have an avenue, if you have floods and stuff, you can go to DRA and have call a special meeting and get funding, that if you have in your account, you can just
But
apply
if this is
that.
already figured in the budget, and this number has been figured in the budget for years, our taxpayers are already accustomed to that. And we have taken into consideration the insurance, we have taken into consideration the insurance increases and the other increases, and we've cut in other areas. Like, for example, over the years, we've been able to drastically cut our legal budget.
Okay, that's a variable in itself that has a whole other component to funding. So I wouldn't say that our taxpayers are used to it just because that number's in there. The taxes always go up. Nobody's really used to that. So if you've got some special plans that this money is being allocated for next year, like if you're going to do some standard routine maintenance that we do, and you say, yeah, we're gonna go out and we're gonna attack a couple of roads and replace all kinds of culverts or do some.
well, we do that every year.
Well, you do a degree of it,
And yes, we do.
but,
Yes, we are.
well, could you share that then?
Yeah, so our next project after the finishing Pine River Road, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, it's,
After we finish Pine River Road, the next road we tackle is gonna be Champion Hill Road and Drake Road. All of those roads need a tremendous amount of work. If we can do that with our summer roads contractor, and they still fall underneath that budget and follow the CIP, you take like, Drake Road wasn't, that was, I think fifth on the CIP. For addressing, it was Champion Hill Road, Snow Road, this road out here. So, but those culverts still need to be replaced, every single year they get older and older and older, the metal culverts, they fail. We already had one fail on Champion Hill Road and one fail on Drake Road at the exact same time. And these roads, that Townhouse Road, Green Mountain Road, particularly in the corners, the gravel is starting to get pushed away from the road, and we need to do some serious shoulder work on all of those roads before we start to break away the pavement on the roads that we just replaced and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to do. So that is something that we need to address the summer of 2026 as well.
Okay, I appreciate that you're covering these topics, the individual items now, because for years, and even when I was sitting in the seat you're sitting in, that was a problem that wasn't getting addressed, even if we tried to get it done. So I'll give you the money on my end, I won't make a fuss, but next year when we come back here, I'm hoping that these areas that are needing attention have been addressed and that this money goes to it. Because next year, if it's not getting addressed, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna just be noisier about it. So as long as you're spending it for the things you're discussing now, I'm all good.
When we get those invoices,
Yep.
that number that you
Will
see right
change.
there is gonna make sense to you, that 100,000.
Well, fair enough, that's what
The
I,
60,000 makes sense.
that's what I was waiting to see. I'll take all of that and I'm good.
Part of the invoice is also, brush cutting along Green Mountain on the other end, right?
Well, that's a
That was the same day they
roadside,
did Pine River Road, that's correct, and I already mentioned that. So,
that stuff's a separate item as well, usually, right? Roadside mowing.
so that was.
Yes.
Yes, but that's coming out of contractor, because, the summer road contractor's crew is what did it, so.
Yeah, we didn't hire a company to do it.
Okay.
I know where you're coming from with such like it's a big budget in the town, but
Well,
I hate to see road stuff get cut. I've lived where they don't spend on it and it's not
well,
good.
my only concern is not spending it where it needs to go. Last year, a lot of money didn't get spent out of this whole highways budget. And it's the final, I think there was like 123,000. Some of that money overlaps with salt and sand, winter to winter.
Oh, and this,
It was in there.
this category.
But last year, your entire budget, your operating budget, there was probably around $100,000 that didn't get utilized, and that just irked the crap out of me, because that's a lot of money on the taxpayer. I don't mind giving it to you guys to operate with, but having the results for that money, seeing it get spent on what it was allocated for, that's part of what, when I sit here, that's my concern. That like you're saying, Townhouse Road and stuff, you know, some of that shouldering, it never got kept up with, and it breaks down. So those roads we've now spent their money for, getting shouldering in, you hit on shouldering, and it's like, okay, I'm with you. Just do it, and if it isn't being done, then it's like, okay, we're not gonna spend it for those
Well,
reasons.
So my understanding, what you're
Back.
saying is it the total budget you're looking at, or just these individual,
Out of highways.
Out of highways and
Last
stuff.
year, there was a big sum left, so,
really?
yeah, it's
So
on
you-
it's on your budget to actual final document, so your operating budget, and let's face it, that money went somewhere. I just wanna see it go to where we're all approving it
Okay,
to
I'll look at
go.
that after, but I hear what you're saying, okay.
So, I don't have a problem with it, I'm good, I'll,
Cause we did do extra
Hold
stuff
back.
as far as like, townhouse doing the ditching, additional ditching, a bunch of other stuff, I mean. Okay, I'll check,
Alright,
we'll look into it.
thank you,
Alright.
thank you, Mike. Alright, and Chris and Leo. Make a motion to approve 4312-01 highways and streets for $557,670.
I'll second it since I was the noisy one at the table.
Appreciate that.
Spirit.
A healthy compromise.
Second by Mike, any further discussion?
Make a note of that.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Any opposed? Alright. I got 4411-01 health officer. For $4.
Can the board of selectmen
I believe,
representative address this
Mr. Siemens is
thought?
best positioned to answer this question?
So despite the fact that, I don't like to do the placeholder, I don't think it's necessary. You gotta think about the position, not the person. And our current health officer may not be in that position forever, so you gotta leave it open. So that's the reason for the dollar, but currently the health officer is not being compensated for, the duties of health officer. The new health officer is moving forward.
So is it fair to say that the Board of Selectmen took those duties on?
No, one selectman did, because the board of selectmen cannot by law.
One person.
It has to be one,
Okay,
and it can be a board member, but it can only be one, not all of them, according to DHHS.
So you're asking who it is?
no, I'm just gonna say thank you, Chris.
You
I'm on.
guys are the ones being sketchy about it.
Yeah, thank you.
Nobody asked.
Good question.
Alright, I am gonna make a motion.
And if
To
you was
approve-
curious, I'm certified for the next 3 years. I just took my certification course.
To approve 4411-01 health officer for $4.
Again, I'll second because I was noisy. Oh, we could share this.
Any further discussion? All all in favor?
Aye.
I know, this has been a long one, doubling up on these meetings. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Alright, next on the list is 4520-01 Parks and Recs, for $50,000. Which is the current agreement amount with Ospey. I did give you guys a additional sheet with some of the usage stats, it's only for one season because there's a delay.
Did you?
But, yeah, you'll have that, I have it somewhere.
What's that?
Oh, it was a word thing.
The Ospey was kind enough to give a breakdown of the summer program and the kids that used it. That's it right there, I have it somewhere.
Is this it?
Yep,
Cause I had a copy.
101 participants.
That's for the spring program, we don't have the fall numbers.
Oh.
Is that,
Well, spring and fall, you wanna read them off?
Well, it's on everybody's sheet,
Oh.
everybody's got it, so I just wrote it at the bottom, yeah,
Oh, you don't have it.
oh, thank you.
It's in
So-
the file somewhere.
It's in my pile somewhere, for sure. So that was just some quick math I did at 101 based on the 50,000. What it was costing us per user and per program, and this estimate for spring and fall was in there. Assuming the same number of kids, they did see a reduction. This is the last year of the program, the current agreement with OSFI, and then we
Yeah,
have
we
to
have to
come up with a new one.
Next year, negotiate next summer.
And that's just events that required registration.
That's correct.
Yep, they do offer some free stuff, they still have to register for that, don't they?
No,
No,
they have like open gym, the use of, and one of the other things that takes into consideration, I'm not just saying that because I work there, is all of the stuff that you don't sign up for. Constitution Park, the beaches, the skate park, things of that nature. You don't, nobody's counting heads, nobody's registering it.
well, that's true for any town.
It is, but they're not coming to this town to do that.
That's not true, I met a couple from New York up on the trail,
What trail?
going up to the fire tower.
That's state of New Hampshire's property.
Is it?
That's Effingham,
Town of Effingham.
yeah, part of it,
It's in the town of Effingham, but that's state of New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So,
that's L-chip also, most of it.
No, but I'm saying, I mean, there are other towns with recreational
L-chip.
facilities that get used by in-state, out-of-state.
You're absolutely correct, I'm just saying that there's no head counting. of
Yeah,
how
yeah,
many
no, I-
Effingham kids or adults go to the pickleball court or the playground at
Oh,
Constitution
I agree with you,
that they have to pay to maintain.
yeah, no, I agree with you, I just,
And when you go to open gym at night, then the town hall, they don't count heads there either. You get a volunteer coach or just, it's open gym, so.
Rosemary?
just one point, yes, they don't get a head count for that. We also don't get a head count for any other town residents that utilize it, that are not paying into anything to maintain.
No, that was, right,
That just is.
but that's true if anybody uses any other town's natural
Exactly. I'm not talking
resources.
about the programs, I'm talking
Yeah,
strictly.
yeah, so I mean, the programs, I understand there's a fee and our kids get to use it. I just consider the other stuff kind of not in the same equation personally, since every other town has similar resources that other people use.
So if I can break in, I think we're gonna approve this, so perhaps we should just move to a vote, because the last time they'd carry everybody out of town meeting on a, burning my mistake, so.
They did, I wish we were getting more return on investment personally, the number of kids that are using it for what we're paying. I think it's important to have something available to them, but I think for what we're paying, we don't have enough kids using it.
But on another note, Scott, it is under contract, so it's a moot point at this point.
Mute point right now,
until next year.
we have to approve it.
Alright, so I'll make a motion to approve 4520-01 Parks and Recreation for 50,000.
I'll second it.
Second by Jim. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No,
Vicky's no. And I'm actually also,
Can I ask why?
yes, you can. I think that we are being held by passing this all the time because so many
Yep.
people
oh, yeah, well, I
say
didn't
they
know how that was getting
go.
delivered to us.
When, I don't believe that we keep track of how many really attend and use it compared to what they say that we are attending. And when do you stop, or when do you put an end to spending and spending and spending? It's always been approved all the time. And we've got to cut back
So two things, we're contractually obligated to that money, we have a contract. So even by you saying no, we still, regardless, if you all said no, we'd still have to pay them the $50,000. We're contractually obligated to pay them that.
But I'm not saying that I'm agreeing with it.
And I always go with this conversation, what is the alternative? And my third point, and this isn't gonna be very popular, but this is $50,000 for our kids to participate in something that I participated in over 40 years ago. How much money do we put into a senior citizens daycare center or recreation in this town? How much money goes into, I wanna see some numbers on usage of our library.
You know, I don't mind paying for kids to eat. And we're spending the money for that. But where do you make a cut? Where do you,
We make a cut with our kids? I don't think.
Well, then where do you wanna make a
Ever heard that
cut?
saying before?
So,
I'm done.
so just for clarification, Chris, the contract has these increases in when it was signed for a multi-year.
Right, 5 years, right,
Five,
I think it was 5 years.
year, five?
And this is this will be the
So it started off, I think it's, yeah, 25, it was started out at 25, and it was 5.
$5,000 increase.
So I guess the time to review it would be when there's a negotiation for a new contract and maybe make that a warrant article and then the townspeople.
Well, that's what happened 5 years
So
ago.
I'm just clarifying that would probably be the appropriate way to go about it, and it sounds like to get a multi-year contract, it has to be a warrant article for up to 5 years. So no matter what we decide here, it'll ultimately be to the taxpayers at town meeting to make that.
Yeah, it was a warrant article originally
Yeah.
that we as a budget committee did not recommend.
But there was like 100 people that came in
And they
and
showed up
showed.
with their
Right,
torches and their
exactly,
pitchforks.
Yeah.
exactly.
So that's the democratic process.
But, just for the record, I also voted nay on that, even though the motion passed, and for this, and again, I don't feel like we're getting enough usage for what we're paying per kid. I think having something available is important, I just wish we were getting a better return as far as the kids, the kids and the programs they're using in OSPI, and, I know I've mentioned this before, but we cut out our participation in the hazardous recycling, because not enough citizens were using it. And that was about $120 per citizen, we're talking $200 to $400 per kid, so, I just wish we could get the word out more and get more kids to use it for what we're paying for it.
I mean, I can add my anecdotal experience, it's been a little while,
Please
but,
do.
I never went to a dance in Effingham, I went to one in Ossipee. I never went to a costume contest in Effingham, I went to one in Ossipee. Probably went ice skating there. I've never been ice skating in Effingham, so those aren't things you have to register for, and I just got to do them for free and hang out with my friends right by my school, because we didn't have a school. So, I think probably kids are getting use out of it that we don't.
I hope so. I do hope so, but like I said before, I'm a data guy, and just looking at the numbers, it doesn't make sense financially for the current
But if you
usage.
can never if nobody can ever provide you with those numbers, how is that opinion ever gonna change?
It may not,
And it's
I don't disagree,
Because, there's no way to collect it, there's absolutely no way to collect that data, other than to take people's experience.
right,
You just
And
did.
some of that I think is like,
and
there's
that's,
always been this Effingham Ossipee relationship where people from outside think they're the same town. Like, because of the way the schools were set up, and maybe still to some extent, we functioned together with those things for such a long time that.
What's our mascot?
So if I,
is that for real
I
question?
don't have one.
Is it really?
Yes, we're the Wildcats.
if I can jump in, this sounds like a great topic for town meeting or the parking lot after budget meeting, cause I'm going home.
Let the record show who made that comment. Alright,
So are you doing
we're,
minutes?
we have the minutes to approve still from 2 meetings ago. So if you need a chance to look at that, they do need to be amended because as recorded,
Yeah, there's,
Elena voted no on everything, which wasn't true.
there's also some where the vote total is like 2-0, which is not possible.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, yes it is, because there were
That
just
was
two
the
selectmen,
selectmen.
this is,
Fell for it again, they got you.
so I guess we need a different title at the top.
some of the selectmen
There
votes
were two
were in here
meetings
as well.
happening at once,
and it
maybe
was
there
just-
should be two different
Yeah, but how,
minutes documents?
There were some
Yeah, but-
items that you and Rosemary had to vote on.
she abstained, but then it's 7-0-0.
I didn't abstain.
I know.
No, that needs to be amended. We discussed this Friday. Elena, you voted in
I
the
think I voted-
affirmative on everything,
I think I did.
and I'll amend that. Are there any other amendments that people see? So we can cover our last few things and end the meeting.
So would you like to bring back an amended copy that we can vote on?
I just checked off approved with changes. I'm just gonna make a note on here that
Okay.
Elena voted aye on all motions, and I'll put it in the book. But is there anything else that you see?
I think it probably should be whether in the heading or somewhere to explain that there was a joint meeting occurring of the Board of Selectmen and the Budget Committee, because I don't think it's mentioned, and then you start having votes of the selectmen mixed in, it's very strange.
Also, there should be minutes of all the selectmen's meetings, and since they
I
have a
would also
meeting
like to
anytime.
point out
Yeah.
the last
I
page
think there should be.
is marked page 4
Yeah,
of
maybe it
3.
should really be two
Yeah.
separate.
Probably. I think that's probably the best thing, there should be a separate selectmen meeting minutes.
Well, it should be
The last
2,
page.
3.
Okay,
Yeah, but it should
Or-
be 1 of 4, 2 of 4.
Yeah.
Or they need to be each
Yeah.
recorded in
Alright,
their
select board, do you want your
respective
minutes?
places
Well,
as a joint.
it's a selectmen's meeting though, when they are
okay.
Right,
joined together to vote.
I move
but it
that
didn't
we
happen in a
approve-
vacuum, you really couldn't have like
Last
a
meeting.
minutes that make sense.
You what?
I move
Outside of
that
the
we
context
approve the
of this,
minutes of the
no.
last meeting.
Thank you.
I'm thinking it through at the same time,
Right, yeah, it could be a joint meeting.
I think that's how it was
Alright.
advertised.
So I noted on here
There you
that
go.
Elena voted aye on all motions, and the select board votes are included in these minutes. So this will be, approved with changes, if we approve it with changes. So
Should I abstain just for dramatic effect?
you can do whatever you want. Alright, so I'll make a motion to approve the budget committee minutes as amended and noted on the sheet from November 18th.
I'll second.
Second by Jim. All in favor?
I
I thought you were gonna do dramatic effect.
still did.
Any
It
opposed?
lost some effect when she announced she was going to.
Alright.
Keep you guessing.
For the record, it is posted as a joint meeting,
Yeah.
and this is not to throw shade at anybody else, or pat myself on the back. I always felt like the board of selectmen were in majority at a budget committee meeting, and it was never posted in years past, and I kept saying that needs to be posted, so that's why it's posted as a joint meeting. And as far as the minutes goes, is we asked, and they said, well, the minutes would be very confusing if you did 2 sets of minutes. Because you have those gaps of the budget committee's actions.
We connected on that, so it was just listing it as a joint meeting.
Yep, and
As advertised
I'm-
would be the appropriate.
I made
Yeah,
note.
I had to
Public, any
think
comments?
that one through.
Hold on, couple quick things.
Oh, no, I just got up.
So the next meeting's December 30th, we'll be going through warrant articles. As was mentioned during the meeting, the CIP did put together a plan It's on the website with recommendations, so I'd encourage you to look at that before the next meeting, and I'll be sending out, documents, relevant to our warrant article discussions, what came back from DRA, the audit, and a couple of other formula documents. If you don't already know, Cody has officially resigned from the budget committee, which is why he's not here tonight. Apparently you get featured on the Chronicles and your business blows up, good for him. But he felt like he needed to resign, because of the business boost. And that's it. Motion to adjourn at
8:30.
8:30.
Seconded.
When is the next meeting?
30th.
I'm sorry,
I once asked this before, so just before we adjourn. If you tallied up all the increases and decreases from all these budget sheets and got down to the bottom, would you be able to compile how much money we may have been spending more now at this point? Or less, or is that?
based on where we are with the budget.
Yes,
Yep, so
I don't need a percent, just dollars.
Yep, so the Excel sheet that I send you guys has that data.
Does it? Okay.
As it stands right now, well, we've, between the select board and the budget committee, we've done good and we're under our target. And I'll send you guys that after I update it tonight.
Alright, dollars and cents, not
Yep,
percents.
no, you'll get all of it.
Alright, cool.
You'll get all of
Right.
it. Alright, so adjourn at 8:31, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all.
No, I just got it twice, it's not easy.